Hello, 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 everybody. Hello, wherever you happen to be. It's Tuesday evening, 7 p.m. I've had a few people say, Trace, your 7 o'clock live doesn't work. I've got commitments. It's like, I know, I can't please everybody. It's really hard to pick a time that the people that want to see this. And given this was all very last minute, as you know, coming on and doing this, we haven't quite set what time we're actually going to be doing the lives every day yet. Hi, I'm Tracey. Welcome. Thank you for taking a minute out of your very busy day to share it with me. I am coming on live to do a 30-day Facebook challenge that I've been challenged by one of my mentors in one of the mastermind groups that I'm in. And it's all about, building up, getting out there, building up the coaching side of the business, building up client relations, building up my public speaking, getting into the virtual world, the tech world, and really just getting comfortable in front of a phone, sitting on a table, and share that with you. The reason I'm doing it is that I'm building a digital marketing agency that will eventually be able to look after all of your tech that you need in order to run an online business in today's digital world. And part of that is me teaching, and my platform of teaching used to be with a whiteboard and students in chairs some 20, 30 years ago. So I need to get my practice up back on here again. So I've set myself the 30-day challenge to do live every day for 30 days. And both Angela and I are scrambling behind the scenes to deliver you an action-packed, value-added, we're very excited with some of the things that we've come up with in such a short space of time, right? I mean, I threw this at the team on Sunday. I was like, I'm going to do a 30-day live, and I'm going to make everybody, let's go. And they're like, oh my God, Trace, what have you done? It's like, no, we've got this. It's okay, yeah. We don't know what it looks like, but that's okay. So I'm doing it to show you how we build a business from home and what it truly looks like, because I am tired of the fake stuff on the internet. I'm tired of seeing all of the glamorous adverts that are out there and the lives of people that are just living the life, allegedly, and when in actual fact, the day-to-day grit, grind, sweat, blood, tears that we need to put into our businesses, be it a coaching business or any kind of online, digital, social media kind of business, it's not roses and fairy tales and unicorns and stardust, and it's bloody hard work, right? It's really, really hard work, and it takes another level to dig in and decide that you're going to start your own business, and it takes a different level of resilience to continue to push through and make that business happen. And for those of you that don't know, I tend to just speak from the heart. I don't have a script. I have some bullet points. I've had, even less time to prepare today. I'm super exhausted. We had nearly a 4-hour train trip home back after some medical appointments this morning. It seemed to be a very, very long train trip home for both my daughter and I, and we're very, very puffed. But I'm here anyway, because I said I was going to be here, and I've turned up. And that's probably what I want to share with you more than anything, is that we have to show up on the hard days. We have to show up when we're tired, when our body hasn't quite given us what we need for the day. Someone's throwing us off our game with something out of left field. You still got to show up, even if you're not feeling it. Even when you don't want to. That's the part of the growth that you have to do as a business owner and as a person in order to grow your business, to explode yourself in your personal growth and expand and become that 6-figure, 7-figure coach that you're wanting to be, and transform those lives. But in order to do that, you have to build resilience. You have to be able to get back up again and push through, especially when it's hard, especially on the days that you don't want to, and especially on the days that the discouragement and the desire to quit is really, really loud. You know, you've been on this momentum, right? You're on this journey. It's like me. Off we go. We're on a journey. And it's really cool. And we're rocking. And we're happy. And it's like a roller coaster, right? You know that when you get to the top, there's going to be a drop. You think you're ready for it. Up you go. You're never bloody ready for the drop, even when you're ready for it. But you got to get back up again. Because if you go up, you go down. You go down, you got to get back up. That's called life. Up, down, up, down, up, down. And the art of resilience is learning a little bit of a lesson from every time that you've had to get back up again and apply it with your current situation. And what I've been able to do over the years is realise when I'm starting to get a little bit wobbly and things aren't feeling so great, when the momentum's not there, when I'm tired, my body's failed me. Today my wheelchair, well, it was actually yesterday, my wheelchair broke and has been as uncomfortable as all hell. And so my body's screaming at me even more. I still showed up. And what I've done by doing that is told myself I can do it no matter how I'm feeling. So I've given myself a victory to celebrate. And I've shown you guys that you can do it too, no matter how you're feeling, right? No matter how tired, the kids have gotten in your face, they've given you the shits all day, your spouse, your partner, doesn't matter. You still have to show up. You still have to remember what your end goal is. And for most of you, that's a coaching business, right? For most of you, that is going and transforming lives. And in order to do that, there has to be an internal transformation that happens for you as well. And you have to grow. And our growth is built on our ability to be resilient and get back up again when life throws those shitty curveballs that they're going to. True growth happens when you push through the tough times. True growth can only really occur outside of our comfort zones. If we don't push ourselves through our comfort zones, we're never going to stretch ourselves and grow. We're never going to actually truly be able to prove to ourselves that we can keep going with every single time we get back up, with every single win that we have. We have to build on that momentum. We have to remind ourselves that we can do these things. And by showing up today, despite the fact that I really didn't want to, I've proven to myself that I can still push through the hard things, even when I want to quit. And it brought me to thinking today when I was preparing for the live on the train, and I was catching up on some classes, because there's always classes to be caught up on. There's just so much out there that we can just fill our brains with goodness. And it's really cool, because just a side note, if I can, my dad is my hero. I adore my dad. But age is catching him like it will. However, I'm exceptionally excited to know that he wants to look at going back to university again. He got his master's in occupational health and safety at 70. He was the eldest student at the university that they'd ever had. And at 84, he's decided he thinks he might go back and get his Bachelor of Arts in psychology. He's got his diploma or degree. I'm not sure. We have to go back and check to see what he's doing. But with my delving into life coaching and advanced human behaviour and the psychology behind all that, and Dad's interest in the psychology, we're sharing books at the moment, and we're having so much fun sharing our resilience stories. Because I tell Dad everything that's happened in my life. I've lived on the planet 51 years. There's some things you don't tell your dad or your mum. But, you know, when we're sitting down talking professionally, my dad and I, you know, it's incredible to hear how he pushed himself outside his comfort zones, how he grew through mistakes, through failures. And at the end of the day, a failure or a failure, I really have a thing about the word failure because it brings up such a negative connotation, yet I wish we could replace that feeling of, oh, it's a terrible thing because I failed, into one of, wow, I experimented with this, it didn't work, I'm going to tweak it, and I'm going to try again, right? Because that's what life is all about. It's trying again, it's tweaking, it's trying. It's, you know, when you first go and learn to cook, there is no way you can do Mum's lamb roast the way that Mum does it and have everything ready at once without practice. And when you don't have the gravy ready, then you don't never make a roast again, do you? No, you practice it so that the next roast that you make, you have the gravy ready on time. And that's teaching us our resilience, that we're learning and tweaking and still going, that it's not a failure. We're not defined by the event, which may be a failure. That doesn't define us as human beings. And quite frankly, the more things you fail at, the quicker you're going to find the one thing that you like. Because I am 51 and I've completely changed what I'm going to focus on for the next rest of my life, whatever that 20, 30 years. And getting into, like I said, the psychology and advanced human behaviour and coaching and improving people's lives and helping, it uncovered this need for the tech business that I'm creating. But building that tech business up, I had to get over my own fears of the tech. And the only way that I could do that was by having a go. So I just sat down and had a go. And then all of a sudden I realised that if I could follow the step-by-step instructions of this person's video, well, bugger me, I could get my Facebook bit to work. And that, I was running. I remember the first time that I managed to get a win through the tech with one of the quite complicated things. I was so excited. I was up at Charlotte, thought that we'd won a lotto or a raffle or something. And I was like, no, it's just something haven't been able to work out for a week, and now I've finally broken through. But I kept trying. And because I kept trying and I kept getting back through, I broke through. You have to fail. You have to make mistakes. For all us parents out there, don't forget we were kids too, and we listened to our parents. Oh, well, you know, back in my day, and oh, you're not going to learn till you have to graze your own knees and all those. Well, it's no different to getting back up again. You just have to get back up again. You have to take what you've learned and apply it to the new situation. Don't quit. For God's sakes, don't quit. That's not what it's about. Like I said, failure is an event or an occurrence. It doesn't define who you are. And when you surround yourself with the right people, they'll encourage you to fail. They will say the more failure you have, the quicker you will get to the success. Because we view it so wrong in society. Oh, you're a failure. You didn't do maths, so therefore you're useless for the rest of your life because at 17 you weren't able to master the maths. Bullshit. I didn't do year 12 maths, but I get the new age computer, the stuff that we're getting into now. Why am I holding myself and the fears I had around it. Why am I holding myself back because of something I thought when I was 17 years old, or 20, or 30, or even 40, or even 40 freaking 5? That's not who I am today. I've changed. And I've taken all the little lessons of all the failures I've had in my life and go, cool, now I know how to do things better. Now I know I need to persevere more with that. Oh, going to have that uncomfortable conversation. Okay, I'm going to have to push through and do this. I'm going to have to come on live even though I'm really tired and would like to just snuggle up in bed and watch a Netflix series or something. I need to follow through with my routines. I have these schedules and these things in place so that I can keep my dream moving forward. And tomorrow I'm not going to get up and go, oh, I just quit because I was tired. It's easy. It's so easy right now when I've implemented a lot of changes, but they're so different to where I was 12 months ago. Very different to where I was 12 months ago. I really have to tell myself to do this stuff every day because right now I could just so easily go back to the way that I was. I could so easily give up on the dream because it's really hard right now. I'm tired. There's so much to do. Everyone's pulling me in different directions. I'm juggling so many balls. Oh, I don't want to come on live. I'm going to make mistakes. I don't want everyone to judge me and laugh at me. And, well, you know, people are going to do that anyway. So I might as well give them something to laugh at. And hopefully someone out there can learn something from me and not have to go through the pain that I went through. And so I ask, a lot of you have asked me to ask you the questions in here, despite that you're not answering publicly, that you're wanting to be pushed a little bit. So I ask you, what challenge are you facing right now that is making you feel uncomfortable, that potentially has the opportunity to push you for further growth? What challenge are you facing now that has the potential to push you through and improve your growth? And how are you going to show up to make that happen, to push through, have that growth? How are you going to show up for you to get through that challenge? Because you have to show up for yourself. You have to put yourself out there in the coaching world if you want to get progress. There ain't no perfection, but there sure is progress. And it's the itty-bitty tiny steps we take every day, the commitment to ourselves every day to keep working on the little thing, a little bit at a time, and get that forward momentum. As I said, at the beginning, I do tend to just go off whatever pops into my head and however I say it. This is the prep going into the 30-day challenge, and we went into the mindset. What kind of mindset do you have to run a business? You got to have a pretty good one. You got to have a resilient mindset. You got to know yourself. You're going to have staff. You're going to have employees. If you have a really big vision that you want to change the world, then you need to build your resilience, and you need to practice resilience because it's like a muscle. You have to train yourself in resilience. You have to train yourself in intentional thought processes and self-awareness and journaling and routines and all the things that we need to do to run the kinds of businesses that we're aspiring to run. But I promise, it's not easy. Pretty sure no one promised you it was going to be easy. And if anyone promised you like a really quick turnaround in a very short period of time and making lots of money, yes, it happens. Yes, it happens. I just think you find that the majority of us out there that, not myself, not yet, but the people out there that are really making it, they started at nothing. They don't turn around and proclaim to be able to do miracles, because if you can't work on yourself, doesn't matter what kind of business you've got, you're always going to be chasing something. You've got to work on self first. Got slow internet connection, always. There's not even a storm, there's not a cloud in the sky. It's crazy. So I have 3 things for you to take away before I finish up and head away for the evening. And that is, with regards to the challenges that you're facing at the moment, I'd like you to look at it from this point of view. So not from an overwhelming point of view of, oh, it's a big thing. And this is what Angela and I worked on in the last 24 hours of, okay, let's break down the 30-day challenge into the 4 weeks and work out what topics we're going to talk about and how we're going to lay it out. So set yourself, the first one is, set yourself small, achievable goals. Don't write on your goal list, make $1 million. Because it's a little bit unachievable right now. It might be something along the lines of work on the email marketing system today to work towards the $1 million. Because that's an actionable step that you could look back on the next day. It's a goal that you can look back on and go, well, I did that, so I've moved closer towards my $1 million target, or owning my home, or whatever it is that you're chasing. I'll use the $1 million because it's easy, right? We get that metaphor. And when you achieve those goals, the second thing is you've got to celebrate them, people. You have to celebrate the micro wins, the micro successes. You have to really get into excitement when the little things happen, because it's the little things that build up and build up. And if you are constantly celebrating that there's food in the fridge and you're grateful for this and it's not raining, all the little things. I got the gold. I managed to do the email marketing that I said I was going to do. I've sent those 2 emails I said I was going to do. It boosts our self-esteem. It gets us going. It's like, yes, I can do this. You've got the validation because you ticked the goal that you set. And the third, your support network. Get around people that are going to support you. Not everybody in your sphere right now is going to understand your journey of wanting to improve either yourself or become a coach and transform lives. It's a big industry, but it's relatively new in Australia, and it's not quite viewed the same here as what it potentially is over in the States, maybe even in the UK, but it's taking hold. There are a lot of groups out there that can support us through our journeys. And whatever it is that you are going through, whatever your challenge is right now, I promise out of the however many billion people we have on the planet, there's someone else going through it in exactly the same way that you are. You're not alone. So go find your community. Go find your tribe. Surround yourself with people that are going to help lift you up, not trample you down. Okay? And if you've got people in your life that are trampling you down, no, God, you didn't even finish year 12. You're not going to be able to. You finish high school. You think you're going to change people's lives? Maybe you might need to look at that friendship. Might be time to reassess the friends and the relationships that you have in your life. And if you're like myself, where I'm in a physical situation where I have an 11-year-old on one side and 2 84-year-olds on the other, so my physical support network is not quite where I'm at. So I've created my network online, virtually, and I feel incredibly supported on this journey, and I'm blown away by the beautiful connections I've made over this part. It's perfect strangers that are like my soul sisters now. You have to have a support network around you, otherwise your dream can't be made. You need the support of others. You must have the support of others. And I didn't think I needed that 18 months ago. I was wrong. You do. You must have the right people around you. And you've got to keep working to get that. And it's not always easy at all. No, this thing called life, it's tough, right? Seriously tough. But let's make it our own. Let's just be uniquely us. Let's support each other. Let's help each other. Let's show each other how to grow. Let's show each other how not to make the mistakes. Yeah, there's bad people out there. There's evil. I don't want to focus on them. It's too negative. That's too easy. I just could turn on the news, right? I just turn on the local news or the national news, and man, I can just see evil and bad everywhere. So I don't bother. I figure if it's a big enough world event, somebody's going to tell me about it some way. I'm on social media enough. I'm going to see it, right? Be the positive. Be the change. Be the person that actually sees the checkout person and says hello. Show that little bit of kindness and build that community and build that support around you. It's really, really important for your journey that you must have people around you that can support you achieve your dream. Because it's your dream. No one else gets your dream but you. So share your dream with the right people that can help bring your dream to life. Make it count. Just like you do. Because you matter. You really matter. You're here to make a difference. Let's make a difference. Let's build our resilience. Get that muscle working. Get back up again and get on with it. And rock. However it looks like for you. And that's all I hope for. Is that you get to do your thing and be happy and fulfilled. Like I get to do my thing and be happy. That's it. That's my hidden agenda. And on that note, I am going to say good evening and goodbye. But I am going to ask you to do that one kind thing for your future self. One kind thing for your future self. I've already done my one kind thing, and that was completely unpacking all my bags the minute I got home from the train, which I'm not very good at doing normally. I do it days after, but no. I unpacked everything. Everything is away. Everything is done. And I know I can get up tomorrow morning and none of that has to do. So that was my one kind thing for myself. And one kind thing for your future, for somebody else's future. So I'm going to start that again. One kind thing for your future self. Got that? And one kind thing for somebody else's future self. And I did a kind thing for my little girl. So they're my two things covered. I hope you've got yours. On that, my heart to yours. Mwah. Much love. Thanks for your ears. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome night wherever you are. Mwah. Much love. Bye for now.